as far as that corrosive haze is concerned, the one thing I do think is going to happen a lot more. Muerta dropping low down bottom and the Shakira dropping even lower as they find first blood. They find both the kills down bottom, in fact. It's going to be Bach taking down the Jakiro. Innocence up top, just trying to gate towards the bottom lane where they are making a bit of a move here. Jinkyu goes in with the blast off, but thanks to Babuka's presence, they should be able to find the skill. Although Jinkyu, okay, turning it around with the disarm a little bit, buying a fair amount of time, allows Innocence to come over on the Shadow Demon, and while they do lose the techies, they're going to be able to find some return kills here. Babuka, no rolling boulder up for another 2 seconds, gets slapped down by Bach on the Primal Beast. Moon TPing in, but didn't pop. A little hard to watch them, but okay, bottom lane, fly. I think he's probably dead here. That dead shot took way too long to fly out. Bach gets the kill with the help of the disruption, and Triangle and see these stacks here. Moon's going to show up on the Pango. There's the rolling boulder flying out onto XM. XM trying to slither away on the Slardar, trying to get bumped out of the pit. And, well, he will succeed, but he won't survive. He will be found eventually by JT with the help of that Chakram. TB, even though he's had a bad start. I mean, the TB is ahead by 500 gold, but that's not really that big a difference, as XM spots out Moon. Moon doesn't have the Rolling Thunder here. I think he might be dead. Babuka, okay, saves his ally with the Geomagnetic Grip as Jinkyu. Oh, holy shit, okay. The Techies gets the kill with the Blast Off and the Reactive Taser. Breaks first. And you really don't want to be dying here. He's saving up for that blink, but there's the blast off along with the onslaught. It's going to be Bach who picks up that kill. Nice and easy. Babuka, how much gold is he set behind? Okay, not something you see typically from Earth Spirit players, but that probably tells you that he's just looking to save his allies a lot more. As, okay, that's a good throwback on the techies, but the disruption's going to buy some time. Rolling Thunder forced out, and now XM is looking to go in, maybe punish Babuka. Babuka did pop the Magnetize, so he does not have it for the Earth Spirit. Or rather, excuse me, sorry, for the Slava. He is the Earth Spirit. And meant not to do so. Instead, he's going to go back here for this creep wave. Or rather, let Innocence have it. And, well, that kickback is shorter than my cock as they find XM, but it doesn't matter. Like they say, it's not the size that matters, just the motion in the ocean. And, oh, that's a sick blast off out onto the Pango. Moon, no chance to get away. He popped the swashbuckle already. Bach pops the BKB. Make sure they get that kill. And, well, the Slava is dead for a bit, so they're not going to be able to pivot into Roshan direct. Like, somebody from Star Wars once said, it's, oh, well, Luke, I've got the high ground. YAKULT bros, they have the high ground. So, doesn't seem like they're going to be winning the fight. And now Moon looking to counter-initiate. Goes in with the Blink and the Rolling Thunder. They're looking to take down Shiro. Ice Path does hit. There is the Rod of Atos as well, along with the Calling being dropped. But do they have the damage? Jinkyu jumps in, looking to create some space. And there's Bach coming back in with the Onslaught. Puts his body on the line for his carry. Says, not today, sir. You won't be dying now. They find the Timber Saw. They find the Muerta. The Earth Spirit's dead. The Shakiro will live by the skin of his teeth. But man, VICI Gaming, they win that fight in how. And that's going to be Tormentor going their way. That's probably also going to be Roshan going their way fairly soon. Remember, there is a BKB available on the Primal Beast. I do believe there's one on the Slardar as well now. So, finding this, these kills is going to be hard. But that's how it starts. It starts with a very good Ice Path by the Jakiro. Unfortunately, the Rolling Thunder could not come in time. And now the Pulverize to cancel the Rolling Thunder is there as well. Moon, left by his own devices in the Rosh pit. He's going to be taken down. Ice Path as well flying through once again. But it only connects onto Shiro. XM, BKB'd up in the front line. He does not give a fuck. He'll disengage. And now, the kickback is there onto Bach. Bach, again, surviving though by the skin of his teeth. As Muerta's Pierce the Veil is about to end. The Demonic Purge controlled her up. Denied her the mobility she needed to find the right targets, and while that dead shot's pretty to look at, that's all it is. 3 dead for YAKULT bros. JT, you want to earn your stripes? Now is your time. There is no Demonic Purge, only a Techies and a Slada. How much can you do? Well, why? He's going to survive for now, and the Timbersaw is going to do a whole lot of nothing as he gets taken down by XM and Jin. Some money for buybacks. I'm going to drop down buyback status now. And they just have to pray that VICI Gaming overextends a little and they find an opportunity. Perhaps this is the opportunity they're looking for. The BKB is there from Bach and the Pulverize is there instantly as they're going to look to take out the Earth Spirit. Bach able to get that, so prevents him from getting new stacks of the reactive armor. As JT trying to stand up on the high ground, but man, you cannot stand up to that Terror Blade with the Corrosive Haze. Although Moon, he is stuck and he is hit by the Corrosive Haze. He is dead. Poor stuff as well, keeping Shiro alive. Lotus is there. Sun does his own Shadow Demon. Thank you for your service, good sir. And Fly, as this BKB runs out, he needs to back off as well. Pierce the Veil at the ready, but again, not sure if he can do much. The mid-tier 3 will fall. The Rax is in some trouble to finish off that first set of Rax, and highly doubt that YAKULT is going to be able to save this one here. 10 seconds remaining on the Aegis, but there is a BKB on Shiro, so you can't really commit to this fight. Baboka, though, that's a very good kickback. Maybe, just maybe, this is what they need. Aegis about to expire in 1. XM goes in, slams the ground, shows the ground who is boss. The ground bows out in respect, and then Bach saved by his ally. But again, Baboka with the kickback finds the Primal Beast, but the Primal Beast gets off the uproar before he dies. That Aghanim Scepter does a lot of work. XM finishes off the Earth Spirit. In the meantime, they find the Muerta. The bombs coming in from the techies do the work. Jinkyu in some trouble now. Actually, not Jinkyu, excuse me, Moon in some trouble. As the Timbersaw also trying to get into the middle of this fight, but holy shit, the damage is so crazy. Another kickback coming in from Baboka. And while these kickbacks are solid, Baboka is like, yep, I'm done. GG, well played. My cores do no damage. And that's going to be the end of game 1. The Swarm Bugs with into an Ench, playing into a Bristleback. You have to go for the shard. And the damage amp is permanent. You get it with every right click. It's not an active, but it also means you lost the attack speed you got from Inner Beast active with the Beast Mode facet that was removed. As that's a very big venomous scale as VICI Gaming looking to take this fight. Fly is going to fall. They have lost their Beastmaster on VICI and their Venomancer. And, well, when the dust settles, it's a 2-for-1 trade. YAKULT Bros coming out on top. See him prioritizing stats. He usually goes for double circlet up top. Venomancer in some trouble. Found by the Ench and the Tusk. Multiple threads. Weaver is a very capable hero. A Master Weaver. And some would say, as up top, Innocence. Yeah, he's just dead on this Venomancer. Extra move speed courtesy of the stream, and they have any armor, so they take full damage from the Quill Spray and they die rather easily. Jinkyu, I don't know if you want to contest this Lotus, buddy. I think he's in some trouble. He might be dead. Drops the cogs. And the Tusk shows up. The shards are going to be there. They block off the clockwork. They're going to be able to find the kill. No tag team needed. Oh, and this, oh no, Moon. If he gets away with this, that is huge. Baboka is going to show up as well to try and contest the stack. And yeah, VICI Gaming, they know that they cannot afford to give away the stack, but they're going to end up giving away kills here. The Enchantress is here with a Warpine Raider, and Jinkyu is dropping very low. Baboka, he wants to commit for this kill and get it. They do take down Moon in the meantime, though, but Moon got a huge amount of that stack. They will lose their Tusk as well. So, YAKULT Bros, you get the stack, but plus you get the kill gold, and yeah, life's not looking too good for the side of VICI at the moment. Although up top, Shiro might be in some trouble here. Blood Grenade drop along with the tag team. The Crush is going to be there. Ice Shards as well. And it's a max meld TA. So Shiro doesn't have Refraction coming up for quite a while. JT able to find the kill. Maybe with a couple of numbers tweaks, that item can be a bit more fair. But I have to hold on to my thoughts here, because down bottom, they are making a move for Bach. Bach, though, I don't think he's got any fucks to give. He's looked in his pocket and it's completely empty. He pops the one on the Ravage as they get the kill on Baboka. And they're going to be able to find Tianming as well. The Ench, not that tanky when you get on top of her. And they're going to find that kill too. TP coming in towards the Wisdom Shrine, but it was taken. Was it taken? I think it was taken by Moon. So, got that. Closing in on that blink. And Shiro has just moved over to the jungle now, the TA. In fact, he's going to show up for this fight. They're going to drop the Noxious Plague out onto Moon. Roar is ready as well, along with the Psionic Trap. They should be able to find the Bristleback here, no problem. Power Cogs are there. Bristleback doing what he can. Baboka pops the Snowball on a couple of boards. In the meantime, Fly takes out Jinkyu. There is still the time-lapse available. The Weaver can take this fight, but I don't think the rest of YAKULT Bros want to. JT, he is here, but he is thinking about it, decides not to pursue. Instead, just get to your blink, get to your... Speaking of which, the Axe is done. So XM has got the Drums of Slom active now. TP's coming into the top lane. They're going to try and go for this Weaver. Cogs, Ravage, Mel is all there. Baboka tried to go in for the save, but he's a bit too late. The snowball's not going to be there in time. He's going to die as well. As now XM roar out onto the Bristleback, but he's got the Consecrated Rams. They're going to drop the Noxious Plague as well, but there's a haste rune available for Moon. Moon just able to walk this one off. He just says it's a bad cold, nothing else. The Noxious Plague bounces around. I mean, most of the damage he's going to be taking comes from the TA, and that BKB is not really going to help you against that, so makes sense. The question is, should you go for the BKB anyway? Are the rest of the heroes enough of a threat as they find the Beastmaster in the mid lane? JT. It's up by the Dire. They don't see anyone on the Radiant High Ground, but they have a feeling that heroes are going to be coming in, and Moon does show himself underneath the Plague Ward. JT blinks in, though that might have been a bit too deep. There's a snowball save, though, in time, coming in from the Tusk. He'll keep his teammates alive. Jinkyu tries to go in, hook shot connects, and there's a Ravage connecting onto multiple heroes as Moka drops low, but Shiro is cleaning up this fight one after the other. The Weaver's dead, the Slardar is dead, the Tusk is dead, and now Moon is all alone on the front line. He found the Beastmaster, sure, but can the Bristleback carry this fight his damn self? Well, I don't think the answer is yes. Between the Anchor Smash and the damage coming in from the Desolator, he cannot take and deal enough damage at the same time to do so. And they're going to run into the Venomancer first. They're going to take him out. Clockwork with the hookshot completely off the mark. It hits onto a strong camp. Dashas don't block him off though. So Jinkyu is alive for now. But there's Moon coming in from the flank as Jinkyu is in some trouble. He's trying to fly off to a spot that's safe, but there is no such spot. Tianming finds the kill as now the anchor placed onto the Weaver. He's in some trouble here. The water, or rather the anchor of deep, or rather dead in the water, excuse me, finds him. There's the Ravage coming through though. That's the big $1 million spell you want to see, and they'll be able to find the Ench off of the back of it. Shiro still has the ace, and there's XM coming in with the roar, but a quick snowball save is going to be there. The Dust protects his Weaver for now. Fly no longer has the time lapse, but he gets away with the Shikuchi. They found the TA with the ace. It's just Bark alive, and he's going to leave his TA for dead. Shiro in some trouble. Shiro can maybe find a return kill or two if he tries, but it's difficult. He's been punched up by the Tusk, crushed by the Slardar, hit. Easy for Beastmaster to find effectiveness in these fights. Okay, well, maybe if they find this kill, they can do so, but man, without the shot, you can see the damage is really lacking from the Beastmaster. JD turns around, bashes his face in with a crush, and now with the corrosive haze upon the Beastmaster, he's just dead. The Edge doing so much damage. As they'll find the Venomancer as well. He drops the Noxious Plague before he dies, but it does Diddly squat. A squat with a hint of Diddly. As Vici Gaming, they knows what's up. And it's JT looking for the initiation. They're going to try and find Innocence before he has a chance to spread the Noxious Plague. He does get it off before he dies. Weaver broken, Side Blades off the mark. Is on cooldown for another 20 seconds. There's a Rocket Flare, but it's not going to buy some time. Shiva's Guard is out from Bark. And Roshan is dropping very, very low. Hook shot in. That attempt to steal, but the crush is there. Fly gets the Age as the Clockwork loses his life. The Tide considers dropping the Ravage, but it's too little too late. Ghost Scepter buying some time, quickly dispelled. As Bark trying to run away. And he will be successful. No Ravage was used, but they do lose the Aegis. And the Tusk is still looking for more. He's going to find the Tide. He's going to have the chance to block off Bark if needed. But the Ravage is going to be popped here. And it doesn't make a damn difference because JT's got the BKB, chases and runs down the Tide Hunter. In the meantime, XN in some trouble here. Moon changes targets. JT finishes off the Tide. The Bristleback broken. Some attacks flying through. But he doesn't die. He doesn't die because he's got a Halberd. He is not that easy to kill. As Fly reverse tether onto the Beastmaster. There's a Threads of Fate coming in from Weaver's Innate. Crush a little off the mark as they try and find Shiro, but that's okay. Or is it? Jinkyu's going to go in with the hook shot. Silver Edge not up for another couple of seconds, so Tianming survives. Looks like... But with the Sanj, you get bonus health restoration, you get some more status resistance. And I'm going to have to hold on to my thoughts, because YAKULT have gone in and they've deleted the Venomancer once again from the game. That's just the Venomancer experience, to be honest. Whenever Jinkyu drops the dust, but quick time lapse from the Weaver as he gets over to the other side. Hookshot is going to be there. Cogs as well. Fly in some trouble. Do they have detection? No. He only had one dust on Jinkyu, so Fly gets away, but there's the jetpack providing vision as the rest of VICI Gaming come in. But in the meantime, they left the TA alone. So the TA gets blown up by the Slardar and the Tusk and the Bristleback. And now VICI Gaming, without their main damage dealer, they need to run the hell out of here. TP available for Bug, but he can't TP out with certainty. He will die if he does so. And it looks like YAKULT Bros, they might just give up on the idea of going for this Tide. The Tide, no blink at his disposal. The minus armor starting to stack up. Quick Kraken shot, dispel the goo, and a pause. As the Walrus kick is that Babuka's got a scepter. What the fuck? Okay, but yeah, he's dead. FastestFromSEA is there to buy some time, but he is gonna fall. Ends up losing his life. Is it just me? Or... And so does Moon. He's gonna assault Cuirass himself, so you've got some minus armor on the structures. And Boka, he's gonna go in looking for the kickback. The battery assault making it a little bit difficult, but he eventually does get it, and they find the kill. XM though with the amp damage. He's got the shot this time around. The Ravage is gonna be there. Thanks to the buyback coming in from Bach. They find the two supports, but can they find more? They need to take down this Bristleback for this to be worth it. As the Krellas cross the air gets popped, and Bach trying to chase them down. XM gets himself a double kill. YAKULT Bros will lose 3 off of that buyback. Smokes out from VII Gaming, actually broken by Moon on the high ground as XM jumps in. He's like, nope, I don't want to roll this Bristleback. Instead, they're going to try and take him down with a Silver Edge, but he's got so much armor. It's kind of hard to do so regardless. And now JT jumping in. He wants the Venomance. Nullify is going to be there. No chance to get off the Ghost Scepter. That's Gem hitting the deck. No Noxious Plague available. Did pop it, and, well, some BKBs get popped. And both sides disengaged. Buyback out from the Veno now on the side of VII Gaming. A 3k net worth lead for YAKULT Bros off the back of that. And XM, he's found Fly, but there's the snowball save coming in from the Tusk. Ravage, though, is there. The stun number 2 lines up perfectly. And so do the Cyblades. They take out the Tusk and the Weaver. No buyback on the Weaver for another 80 seconds. And Moon trying to run away on the Bristleback. The pocket. Bach spots out Moon here. Moon has to be careful as he gets broken, taking a lot of damage here from Shido. Shido slotted the Desolator back in. There's the hook shot coming in out onto Moon, but Moon is healing back up with the help of the Heart. And now the Tusk curled up in the air by his own Yule Scepter. The Ravage is going to be there. Connects perfectly onto 4 heroes. And now XM with the Roar going to turn around and focus the Enchantress. The Break is going to be there. Second Roar out onto the Weaver. VII Gaming, they're taking this fight, but can the Weaver get off the time lapse? The Silence is there from the trap. No! The Weaver gets off the time lapse. He's going to live for now, but he's so low. Shido chasing after him. The Bristleback also in the middle of the fight at 5 FPS per second. This is an exhilarating fight to cast, but it ends like all good things. And then it starts again. Because human beings are addicts. They can't get enough of the good things, so they must ruin them. Anyway, 2 heroes dead on VII Gaming. Supports are gone. Buybacks out from the Enchantress and the Tusk. YAKULT Bros, they keep their Weaver alive. That's the most okay. Doesn't last that long. And now JT gonna go in. There's Bark for the Anchor Smash. Lowering everyone's attack damage, making it a little difficult to seize these racks, but the Weaver still untouched. There's the kick coming out onto the Beastmaster. Baboka finds the right target. Buybacks coming out from the Venom and the Clockwork and the Beastmaster. They want to turn around and punish this. They know that supports don't have buyback. If they take them out of this fight, VII Gaming could win the game. Snowball is out onto the Tusk. They really want to find Baboka. They're going to leave Baboka for dead here, YAKULT Bros, and they will bail out on the rest of their heroes. Or will they? The Eng trying to run away. The Sproink is there, but it's not enough. The Anchor Smash as well, and the right clicks coming in from the TA. They get the kill. That's 2 diebacks in the supports on the side of YAKULT Bros. VII Gaming in a spot where they could potentially close out this game. For the base with the Rapier. Feels like he's got enough damage, and the raid might not be wrong. Hook shot a bit off the mark by Jinkyu. A rare mistake coming in from him. Only a 20-second cooldown though. It's going to be up soon, but there's JT going in on the slot. The Roar is out. The BKB is there along with the Aghanim Scepter. The Roar doesn't last as long, but they found the TA. The Rapier's hit the deck. Fly has picked it up. The Ravage is going to be there. Oh, that was a huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Fly now with the Rapier running around, still looking for a target like a headless chicken, as he will eventually find the Tidehunter. The Ravage gets popped, but Fly gets away with the Shikuchi. XM also gonna get deleted. Minus armor plus the Rapier. The double G's get dropped. VII Gaming tap out. We are going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. As Bach, yeah, I think he's going to be dying here. There is the Leech Seed coming in. And Fly. Well, it's likely Fly is going to be Tianming who gets the kill. to keep in mind. Up top, bit of a play coming out by Innocence here. Nice breathe fire out onto 2, and Wuka's dropping low with Jinkyu showing up. Should be able to get the kill. They're going to leave it for the Wind Ranger, and Shiro should be able to find it. Indeed he does. Jinkyu takes down Wuka's courier at him in lane. Tianming is showing up for this rune and had lead seat, so looks like they will be able to find this kill onto Jinkyu. Rune is up top. It's an illusion rune. Wuka is there to secure it. There's the calling and the dead shot coming in. Moon should be able to find the kill. Does exactly that with a sleight of fist. Looking to contest the Wisdom Shrine. Jinkyu is here. He's full HP, full mana, but so is Tianming. They're going to drop the living armor, but it's going to be taken out rather quickly thanks to the presence of the Jakiro and the Centaur now. Moon comes in on the Ember. He does have max sleight of fist. Well, not max, but it's level 3 sleight of fist. Going to make it a little bit hard for VICI Gaming to protect this Wisdom Shrine. As Jinkyu, he's doing his level best here, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough. It's going to be the double Wisdoms going the way of YAKULT Bros. JT got the one up top, and Fly the one down bottom, and they find 2 kills. In a sense, in some trouble here on the Jakiro. XM does have the Sonic Wave, but he doesn't have nearly enough damage to shoot through the living armor. They'll leave Innocence for dead. Now XM being forced to back off as well, but Boka has shown up to the mid lane. Up top, Shiro and Jinkyu combined, they find JT, so a little something going back the way of VICI Gaming, but it's in the top lane, and this mid tier 1 is being pressured extremely hard. Like I said earlier, 51 and 5 on the Ember, as Innocence TP's in. I don't know about that TP here. That is definitely a bit weird. Sonic Wave out onto 3 does kill off the Muerta. Jinkyu trying to man up against Moon, but Moon's got himself a haste rune and max sleight of fist. In fact, Jinkyu might be the one who ends up dropping here. There's the snowball to buy some time, but Moon cleans him up with the flame guard. Slayer 10 minutes in. That is a pretty insane timing for the Ember. Look at that cute inventory. A Maid Slayer, a wand, a bottle, and a Blightstone. And Moon is here. He's got that Maid Slayer. I don't think this fight's going to be as easy. The Stampede does come out and Shiro shows up, so they find a kill onto the 2 supports, but I don't know if they can even kill the Ember. I feel like the Ember might just kill everyone. Can't underestimate his potential with the Slight and the Remnants. Super low cooldown on Slight. It's going to be hard for them to fight here. Innocent, not spotted just yet. There's a Sleight of Fist along with the Remnant. They'll put the chain out onto the Wind Range. The Wind Run is there along with the Stampede. Allow her to disengage. The Fly is chasing. He's keeping that thread intact, and it's revealing where Shiro is. Corrosive Haze also upon him, and they will be able to find the kill. It's the carry dead here as Moon, with the Arcane Rune, making life very difficult for VICI Gaming, will get himself another kill. Gonna be a double kill for the Ember. XM just farming away in the meantime on the Queen of Pain. Knows he can't do much by showing up to these fights. Mid lane Bark has to be careful. Does have the flame, does have the ice armor from the Ogre Frost Mage. And next, does have the helm on top of the helm of the Dominator. The helm of Iron Will alongside, and they will commit the overgrowth. Stampede's coming up in a bit, but he's silenced and held in place by the chains. Deadshot flying through as well. Bark will get off the Stampede looking for the stop, but Moon dodges it out with the help of the Remnants, and now with the tag team, the Ice Path and the Focus Fire, they'll take down the Ember. They'll punish VICI Gaming's overextension as Tianming has got no real way of protecting himself, just winds over to the little bridge and trying to run away. Power shot off the mark. Jinkyu hit by the Shikuchi. Fly spots out Shiro. He's got the Wind Run. He's being zoned away from his own Ancients. That is not a good feeling. Oh my god, that's a 6 Sonic Wave out onto 3. They will delete the Muerta. While the Fly is still alive and he's still got the time lapse. Gonna be forced to pop it here. And at the end of the day, it's just 1 kill found for the side of VICI Gaming. The Kaya now on the Ember, looking for the Sange next. That is a bit uncommon. I haven't seen that before. They do lose JT down bottom. Fine with the Focus Fire and the tag team, but don't know if that is really going to make that much of a difference. YAKULT Bro smoked up though, looking to take a fight in the mid lane. It's going to be Bark on the front line, looking for a Storm, but he can't find Moon, and now silenced up by the Calling. The Weaver in the meantime tries to go for the backline, getting blown up though by the stuns and the Sonic Wave. They will lose the Aegis. That's the Weaver dead once. Can they find him again? Bark looking for the Storm, but it wasn't available just yet. The Hurricane Pike is there. Snowball there to buy some time, but can Bark blink away? Okay, yes he can. Fly. Surprised it isn't Shikuchi right over the Muerta. They would have prevented the two from snowballing, from blinking out. And looks like they will be losing the Tusk here at the very least as Moon comes in, gets the cleanup, and VICI Gaming, I think they're okay with that. Sure, they lose their Tusk, which is a little bit rough, but they... Bros, smoking up. Oh, and they just might run into Shiro here on the Wind Ranger. Shiro comes in, the chains quickly dispelled by the Manta, but the dead shot's really good, pushes him back into the hands of YAKULT Bros. Nice overgrowth as well as Jakiro comes in to save his buddy, but ends up paying the price himself too. And Moon is looking for more. So what gets dropped here, Sentry scouts it out, so VICI Gaming know that there is a YAKULT Bros here, and well, VICI Gaming, they're going to engage. They're going to start by taking out the tree, and the tree is dead. Snowball coming in, protecting the center for now. Stampede comes in, but the chains are perfect. Out order two, burning apart the bark, Centaur, and the Tusk from Boca. YAKULT Bros should sort of cheat her way by not buying armor items. By the way, Roche dropping a bit low. Cause for concern here, VICI Gaming, they've thought about contesting this, but they were a bit too late. The Wind Ranger wasn't here, and they've lost the Tusk now as a result. Moon's gonna go in, look for more. In a sense, in some trouble as the Stampede comes out, but the chains hold him in place. The Jakiro's gonna be dead, XM considering whether he should drop the Sonic Wave or just back off. And he blinks away at the end of it all. So VICI Gaming, they lose 2 and they give up the Aegis, and now they're probably gonna lose their tier 2 as well. Oh, XM spotted here, breaks the smoke. There's a stun coming out by JT. Glypeed holding the Queen of Pain in place. The gem is gonna drop. That's XM dead. No Sonic Wave, but the Weaver caught by the Shackle shot. He's gonna die as well. YAKULT Bros, do they feel comfortable taking this fight? That's the question. Well, the Ember comes in. There's the Overgrowth coming in. And my god, Moody's just cleaning up the fight with the Aghanim Scepter. He's got the shot as well. He's getting all of those remnants back. And he is here to destroy VICI Gaming as Shiro in some trouble. No more Manta style, but the Shackle shot is there. Controls of the Slaughter, buys him some time, but the silence once again coming in from Baboka. But there's Tian Ming with the help of the Leech Seed, holds him in place. JT finishes him off. They lose their... Don't do that. It'd probably make it too cheap, and most people wouldn't go for the Dateless upgrade. Oh, Fly. He's got himself an amp damage room. This could be really hard for the Wind Ranger. The Snowball save is there. They're buying some time. Jinkyu keeps his pose one alive. There's the BK, but the Overgrowth connects on to 5. The Lotus of dispels it off. Moon really trying to find this kill. He will be successful. There is no buyback on the Wind Ranger. And well, VICI Gaming in a very tough spot as Moon just commits on the Ember Spirit and gets the kill. Refresher shot is there, so he's got another 5 remnants to play with. Holding on to it for now. Doesn't pop it just yet. As the Tusk goes in, but the Sleight of Fist is there, and now the silence, and now the refresher shot. Oh my god, Jinkyu just gets incredibly unlucky. But a 6 Sleight of Fist coming in by Moon, making sure that the Walrus Punch doesn't come through. Buybacks out from the Jakiro, but I don't think with all of these heroes you're going to be killing the Ember. Not while he's got the Mate Slayer. And VICI Gaming, refresher off picked up for Moon. It's going to be on cooldown when it arrives on courier, but that's okay. Mega Creeps get found. And VICI Gaming in a very rough spot. Their time in the Chinese qualify potentially coming to an end here. Bark goes in, drops the Storm, but he is so dead. Sonic Wave flying out onto Fly, but he's got the time lapse. The Queen of Fate in some trouble. She's gonna fall with the Corrosive Haze upon her. Buying back, but feared by the dead shot. And Moon, he is just going into the fountain. No cares whatsoever. Shiro does come back. There's the Wind Ranger coming through, but there is a buyback available on the Ember. He can come back to this fight. He will leave a remnant when he dies. Does he want to do so? 99 seconds still remaining. In the meantime, Shiro, he's taken out the tier 4s. The throne is now exposed. And you don't have focus fire for another 14 seconds. Jinkyu's gonna go in, but he's gonna get popped by JT. Quickly found. The Aghanim Scepter prevents the Shackle shot from lasting too long. It didn't latch in the first place as they find the Weaver, but it's just the Aegis. There's the Overgrowth. The Wind Ranger's gonna die again. The buyback is there from Shiro, but Fly, he's got a BKB and Satanic still to work with. He's not gonna die just yet. And Innocence taps out. He calls GG as the Weaver pushes the BKB button, hits the throat, and takes the series 2-1.